Call of Duty Black Ops 4. The reveal still gives me goosebumps to this day. I remember watching the reveal for multiplayer and thinking it was great. I remember seeing 9, Voyage of Despair, and Blood of the Dead and being absolutely amazed by what I just saw. I remember seeing the Black Ops reveal and being so happy that Call of Duty was making a battle royale. The community was so excited for this game to drop. It felt like we had to wait years instead of 6 months to get our hands on this game. A new story in the Chaos Crew and the ending of Ether sucked us all into BO4. I remember waiting for the clock to strike midnight just so I could get my hands on this game and dive in to what this game had to offer. This game could have, and probably should have, been the best Call of Duty ever made. So what happened? What went wrong? Why did we all look back on this game and think it was the polar opposite? Why did we think it was one of the worst Call of Duties ever made? Let's dive into that, shall we? On June 13th, 2018, Jason Blundell confirmed that we would be getting 4 on-disc zombie maps, those being 9, Voyage of Despair, Blood of the Dead, and Classified. Like I said before, everyone was so excited to play this game, with 2 maps from Ether and 2 maps from Chaos to start us off. It seemed like BO4 was going to be something special, a diamond in the rough if you will. But then, launch came. Everyone was so excited to play these maps for the first couple of days. Then, after the novelty wore off, people began to see the problems with this game. The novelty wore off a lot faster than it should have though, because of the biggest problem with this game at launch, the stability issues. The game just couldn't function properly at launch. Just about everybody was experiencing blue screens and UI errors. Most people would say they shouldn't have had 4 launch maps and it would have been stable. And I don't think that's the issue here. The issue lies in a brand new game mode introduced in BO4, that being Blackout. With Blackout being a thing, the zombies and the multiplayer dev teams were split in half to work on Blackout. If that didn't happen, zombies would have been worked on twice as much, and it would have been a lot more stable than it was on launch. Now, of course, it didn't help that they had to make 4 fully functioning maps on launch, but I think the main reason why this game wasn't stable on launch was because the dev team got cut in half to work on Blackout, so zombies got left in the dust. Moving on from a behind the scenes approach into a story approach, we all knew that this was going to be the final game for Ether. We all knew that Ether was going to end in Black Ops 4. We had suspicions of this happening as early as the reveal for Black Ops 4 when we found out that Blood of the Dead was going to be a thing. Why else would we have a map taking place in between Zetsubou and Garad to explain what happened at the end of Zetsubou? We already knew that they got the blood vials from the Alcatraz prisoners, so we all knew something was going to happen. This became apparent when we first saw the ending cutscene for Blood of the Dead. We knew that the cycle was broken and all that was left to do was defeat Monty and that's the end. Where am I going with this, I hear you ask? We were all excited to see what would happen next in the Ether storyline, but instead, we got DLC 1 for Black Ops 4, which was a Chaos map. And trust me, we'll get to that soon. But after DLC 1, the community was hoping for an Ether map for DLC 2, but instead, we got another Chaos map. We haven't heard anything about Ether from November 2018 to July 2019. And by that point, barely anyone cared about Ether anymore. All the Zombies YouTubers either moved on to other games or just straight up stopped uploading content. The devs also stopped caring about this game, although this happened a lot earlier. It seemed like the devs just gave up on this game pretty soon after launch. From them not fixing issues outside of the stability issues, to them just straight up not even marketing DLC 1. Look at Black Ops 3 for example. The devs were excited about the game, they were passionate about perfecting the game, and Zombies was the center of attention for Black Ops 3. Compare that to BO4, where they might have been passionate about this game at first, but they just lost all motivation to perfect this game like they did in BO3. Also, this is something we're still seeing even to this day, but isn't it kind of strange how around the same time that Jason Blundell was being phased out of zombies, that zombies was getting put on the back burner? Even with Cold War, we're seeing zombies get less and less attention as time goes on. Speaking of which, it doesn't help that we got promised things as early as the reveal event for this game, and we never got them, such as factions for example. So if you were looking forward to that one thing that was promised at the reveal, and it never came to fruition, that's a very easy way to be turned off to this game. I'd say by around DLC 3 they just stopped caring about zombies altogether. This was apparent whenever there was game-breaking glitches in this game, and they never fixed them. Besides Blackout, I think the biggest problem with BO4 Zombies is Chaos. Now I loved Chaos, don't get me wrong, and I think they deserve a lot more love by this community. But with that being said, starting a brand new story at the same time that you're wrapping up a story that's been going on for 10 years is gonna do one of two things. 1, dividing the community up into what deserves more attention, or 2, making everyone not care about either story since you're not only focusing on the ending of the Ether storyline. Naturally, most people are not going to accept a new story when the story that they care about is wrapping up. Instead of doing all of that, this is what they should have done instead. First off, don't start Chaos. Instead of doing 2 stories at once, focus on the ending of the Ether storyline in Black Ops 4. That way, both the community and the devs can soak in the ending of the Ether storyline. After Blood of the Dead and Classified, have our crews go to somewhere new and important for the story. Have our crews pick up something important in this map, like the Vertivice or the Seal of Duality, something like that. Then for DLC 2, we'll go somewhere else that's brand new and original. And at the end of this map, maybe we'll set Victus Sphere or something, I don't know. Now we go to Alpha Omega in DLC 3 and just about everything stays the same. Monty kills Maxis, but before that, Maxis teleports Samantha and Eddie to Camp Edward, and now we all teleport to the forest. Primus, Ultimus, and Victus all end up in the forest, but now Monty can track us down, and he's the final boss fight. Also, let there be a good and a bad ending for this map. Good being we kill Monty and all the zombies, 115, keepers, and apothecans get erased and everything just goes back to normal. The bad ending could be that Monty kills everyone and the cycle continues. I know to the hardcore storyline people there's probably so much wrong with what I just said, but other than that, I think that 3 out of 6 remasters for Black Ops 4 would be a lot better than 4 out of 4 remasters in Black Ops 4. Also yes, in my version I erased Tag from BO4, there's nothing saving that map, it was doomed from the start. By the way guys, let me know if you prefer my version over the actual route that BO4 went down below in the comments. That way, instead of D Machina, we would have gotten good versions of Dead of the Night and Voyage of Despair on disc for Black Ops Cold War. Since those are the only 2 maps that they're focusing on, there'd be a lot less glitches on the map, and most people would actually care about Dead of the Night, since we'd actually be getting it at the beginning of the story and not in DLC 1 like it was in Black Ops 4. Now people might be thinking people won't care about zombies anymore if Ether ends and in Black Ops Cold War we get a brand new story being the Chaos story, and to that I say you're wrong. Sure, some people would have left just because they think if it's not Ether, it's bad, but most people would have stuck around to at least see what Chaos had to offer. Then after 2 great maps on launch, the community is sucked into the Chaos story and DLC 1 is 9. And to make it even better, DLC 2 is Ancient Evil. Then DLC 3 and 4 are new maps that we have never seen before, and just like that, we made a new story that people care about, and while doing that, we made both Black Ops 4 and Black Ops Cold War instant classics, instead of Black Ops 4 being the most disappointing zombies game ever made. Also, Treyarch would actually be listening to what the community wanted, and would make the changes that we wanted to make the game better, like adding double tap and speed cola, making side quests for us to unlock our specialist weapons, making the HUD cleaner, or at the very least, allowing us to turn off certain parts of it like the perks or the elixirs. If all of this happened, then the zombies YouTubers wouldn't have stopped playing your game, not only because people enjoy it, but everyone else enjoys it and everyone else wants to watch other people play this game. If they just would have made these few adjustments to Black Ops 4 Zombies, this without a doubt would have been the best zombies game ever made. But instead, we will all look back on this game with thoughts of what could have been and disappointment. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Making this video made me think about how much I miss Jason Blundell being at Treyarch and working on zombies to make it the best it possibly could be. I hope without him being there that they will still treat zombies seriously and show that they still care like they did for BO3 and the launch for BO4. Just a little channel update for you guys. Hot Takes 4 is currently in the making, and I have a new series starting on this channel on December 11th. There will be 12 live streams in this series. There will be 1 live stream every day for the 12 days that the series is going on. And in this series, we'll be doing the most ridiculous challenges that I can possibly think of to try and test my skills in zombies. These live streams can be anything, such as all Black Ops 3 Easter eggs in 1 live stream, or a round 100 on a certain map. And I'm also bringing back the whale that I had from a very old video. If you guys remember that, shout out to you guys. But that'll be coming back, and that will not be a fun live stream. It'll be fun to watch, but it won't be fun for me to actually do. Let's just say that this will not let me have a fun time playing zombies. But I really wanted to make this video to reflect on BO4 and see why the community rejected it and what they could have done to make this game better. So I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you aren't new. Turns out that over 62% of people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. So if you're in that 62%, do me a huge favor and click the subscribe button. So I hope you guys did enjoy, and with that being said, this is Jolts signing out. Peace!